Good morning.
Good afternoon to me.
Afternoon in New York. That's right. We're here. Prop the mic.
Prop
How's
the
it
mic.
going?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It was nice. Nice to get back in the swing of things yesterday. Knock off some of that rust, right?
That's for sure. Donovan Mitchell knocked off the rust.
He did. He had 71 points. Was it? Completely overshadowed DeRozan's 44-point game.
I know.
And I think somebody else had. I think Clay
Had 41 also, I think, yeah.
or 50. Did he? 50?
Did he have 50? I didn't check at the end. I saw at some point. I thought it was close to the end. He was 40 something, but
Let me see. Well, he's the kind of guy who, if he's close, he'll just keep jacking up threes to get to a number.
yeah.
He had 54 points.
Wow.
So you had two guys with 44 and 54 points that were completely overshadowed by the 71-point game, which was overshadowed by all the craziness that was happening on Monday Night Football. So
Yeah.
it was a wacky night. But we're on to a smaller slate tonight, right? We only got 3 games.
Yeah.
So it seems like a perfect. Did you want to recap any other wins from yesterday before we jump into our top shot?
I guess we should just for our lovely listeners here, just kind of see where we're at here. We hit on. I can just run through what we hit. My Schroeder parlay hit. LaMelo parlay hit. Where else did we have? The Kyrie Durant parlay hit. Royce O'Neal was a scratch, so we didn't worry about that one. TJ Warren, I'd like to point out, I had him at 10 points, 4 rebounds. He had 18 points. I think it's a note moving forward that role players like this got to be careful with those ancillary stats. Probably would have been better off just taking a straight point line. So let's keep that in mind moving forward. Anthony Edwards, parlay hit. Jamal Murray, off night. That one didn't. Draymond parlay hit. The Bam parlay goes back to somewhat of my TJ Warren point. His points and rebounds, he crushed it. He had 31 and 13. I had him for 20 and 6. But he only had 1 assist. Guy like Bam probably shouldn't have bet assists on a guy like that.
Yeah. We should just make a rule. We're only betting assists for big men named Lopez and Embiid.
Lopez and Embiid, yes.
All right. Those are our 2 big men assist guys.
And if Hassan Whiteside ever comes back.
Under. Yeah, big time under.
Kawhi was a scratch. Hero, his parlay cashed. And that was it. So very successful night.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I went 3 for 3, so not quite as successful. LaMelo, there's 2 times this year that I've picked LaMelo to hit 4 threes, and he's hit 3 in each of those. So watch out for LaMelo. LaMelo, when he gets in foul trouble, he tends to not hit that. Although I will tell you something, just as a fun thing to observe.
Yeah.
I've watched the beginning of a couple of the Charlotte games. LaMelo comes out and hits a 3 within the first 2 minutes of almost every game.
Really?
Just watch the next Hornets game. You'll see he always nails his first 3. So I wish there was a way to take advantage of that, but
you can bet on. You can. No, you can't bet on his. You can bet on.
No, you can do
the game.
The two threes in 3 minutes. That's the only.
That's about it.
Way to really take advantage of that. All right. So you want to open some packs?
Yeah, let's do it. It's been a minute since we opened some top shots.
Yeah, big time. All right. So
and then we're gonna need some time to put together a prop if we get one of the guys.
Yeah. All right. So hopefully this goes well. Can you see it?
I see it.
All right. So this is actually one of the cooler things that you can do if you're into collectibles. All right. All right. Can you hear the audio?
I can.
It's a little loud, right? All right. Here we go. It's like a semi-Christmassy theme. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Which one do you want to reveal first?
Let's go left to right.
Left to right?
Yeah.
All right.
Knicks?
Jericho Sims.
Meh.
Oh,
That was nice.
that was nice. Oh my god.
Wow.
All right. I don't love the player, but I love the dunk.
I do.
Oh my god, who's he dunking on there? Is that
Utah,
Laurie
right?
Markkinen?
That is, yeah, that's
Oh,
Markkinen.
no.
Yeah. Oh, was it Olynyk? That was Olynyk.
Olynyk? Olynyk gets dunked on a lot. All right, how do we get back? Let's close this guy. You ready for the next one?
Hit me.
Oh, somebody from the Spurs. Oh,
Jakob.
Jakob. You like this guy.
I do
Oh
like
my
this guy.
god. That's pretty much the worst play he's ever made and the best play he's ever made. All in one. That's
Come on,
terrible.
give us somebody good here. Come on, I need a well, he's a starter, but
We've gotten two like subpar big men so
yeah.
far.
Come
Come
on.
on, give us like DeRozan or
Luka.
someone.
Here we go.
I think we're getting
Donovan
maybe
Mitchell.
Giannis. Let's go. Oh,
Ooh, there we go.
there we go. Ooh, smooth like butter.
That's a good one.
There we go.
All big
right.
men. All big men.
All big men. Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't a theme of the pack, was it? It's not a big man pack.
Yeah, it's got a semi-Christmas music going on. All right, I'm going to stop sharing that. And we'll shut that down. Was that fun?
That was awesome.
The music that accompanies you while you're opening these packs, like really kind
Yeah,
of
get you going. Yeah, get you going.
Get you going.
Got me going.
All right, so
Nice.
we got more.
Good work. Good work.
We got more of those. We'll do that later this week or something.
And nobody we could bet on today, unfortunately.
No, the Jazz were getting dunked on in
That's true.
Jericho Sims, so we should probably fade the Jazz. All right, so let's dive into it.
All right.
All right, so we got the first game. It is starting at 8 p.m., so late start. We got the Wizards at the Bucks. So these guys are running the game back from a couple nights ago.
Yep.
But that game was very different lineups. I think
Giannis sat, right?
Giannis was out, Holiday was out, Middleton was out, and Beal was out. So it was kind of a B lineup. Wizards end up crushing 118-95. In this game, the Bucks are favored by 7.5 points. What I wanted to also start talking about with the teams is like who's hot and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
So Wizards are 17-21 on the season.
Yep.
In their last 10, they're 6-4, but they've actually won 5 games in a row. So
Interesting.
they're a pretty hot team. Bucks are obviously one of the better teams in the league, 23-13, but they're only 4-6 on their last 10 games. So they're kind of heading in the wrong direction. So who was good in the prior matchup? We had Kuzma had a triple double.
Yep.
10, 13, and 11. Porzingis had 22. Kispert, I would like to call out because I think he's in a sneaky little play when Beal sits.
Yes, he is.
So he had 12, and then Bobby Portis had a double-double with 19 and 10. So
is Beal out again or no?
questionable for this game.
Questionable.
Yeah,
Okay.
Beal, Middleton is out. Giannis is questionable. Holiday is questionable. So all the same guys who are out are questionable, but I think they're going to. I think Giannis and Holiday will play. I think Beal will probably sit again.
Okay.
All right.
So it kind of it was a nice segue here that you kind of were looking into who's hot and who's not, because I took some time this morning and yesterday to kind of say we've been talking about the matchup stuff, and I've been using full season data. So I was curious to see how the full season data compared to like the last month, and see if who's trending and, who's trending up, who's trending down. So we have that to look at today. So on the Wizards side, on the full season, they were number one team to target combo guards against. But in the last month, they're tied for fourth. So some regression there. But the bigger one of note is on the full season, they're 20th team against big men. But in the last month, they're number 4. So definitely something we're going to want to look at is big men. against Washington. And then on the Milwaukee side, a good overall defensive team, not somebody we're typically targeting. But of note, they were number 19 on the season against big men, down to number 8 over the last month. So want to look, and I did look at some big men from Milwaukee, which is from Washington, which would be Porzingis and Kuzma. And then they were on the full season, they're 8th against combo guards, up to 10th against combo guards in the last month. Okay. So what does that all mean? I really liked Kuzma today. He had the monster game 2 days ago, obviously. Yeah. If you want to just keep it simple and look at a rebound line, 6.5 rebounds, minus 128. Last 3 times he's played Milwaukee, he had 13, 11, and 10. So crushing that. His double-double tonight's also plus 300. I think that's a great bet. A lot of value there, considering he had the triple-double last time. The triple-double, he actually had more rebounds and assists than points on that triple-double. He only had 10 points.
Just made it. Yeah, I actually saw that one as well. That was actually the only thing I wrote down for this game was Kuzma double-double. I had it at plus 400.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he's done it in 21% of his games. So it's a
good bet.
Pretty good value, he just did it 2 days ago against his team. The big killer is going to be if Giannis plays, he's just going to suck up, probably, a couple of those rebounds that he was getting. So,
yeah. So that's why it's nice. I actually don't mind doing both, like getting the 6.5 rebounds, putting a bet in on that to kind of, hopefully cover you. I think that one is a pretty good chance that he clears. And then for the extra juice, do the double-double. I put together another one on him. Just because it's what I like to do. 21 points. He's done in 8 of 10 games on the road. 5 rebounds. He's done in 9 of 10 on the road. And 2 assists. Also 9 of 10 on the road. You put those 3 together, it's plus 109. So I'm feeling Kuzma tonight. I got these 3 different little bets to look at for him.
All right.
And I got a couple on that. You said that was all you had, was Kuzma?
Yeah, I have... We'll go ahead on the Wizard side, and then I'll throw.
No, that was all I had on the Wizard side. I got 2 on Milwaukee.
Yeah, I want to. If Beal gets ruled out, I'd like to look at Kispert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it had anything up for him. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen yet. No.
Let me just check real quick here. Yeah, no, nothing yet. So just keep an eye on that one because. He put up 12 the other night. My guess is his line would be somewhere around 8 or 9. I think there's value there. So
you didn't. And what about Will Barton? Is the other one? I know he's had some good games with Beal out. I
didn't notice that, but he's probably also worth. I mean, Beal consumes a significant portion of the shot. So once he's out, that definitely gets distributed. So
yeah, and Barton's one of those guys. The first couple, if he knocks the first couple down, if he's got some extended playing time, he could go on a nice run. So
for sure,
So on the Milwaukee side, you mentioned him earlier, Mr. Brook Lopez. Keep it nice and simple. 5.5 rebounds. You're getting plus 106 on it. He had 10. He had 10 in the previous game that they played. And in his last 5 home games, he's had 10, 6, 8, 7, and 9. So for him just to get 6 rebounds plus money, I love it.
I was actually looking at him. I was trying to find a way to take that down to 5 rebounds because he does tend to hit 5 quite a bit.
Yep.
So maybe you could do 5 rebounds and like a 3
and a
or
3.
something.
It wasn't available to look at yet, but we're on the same page there.
I'll go with that for my play because I was
5 and 1.
Yeah, 5 and 1.
Yeah, I wanted to get to that 5, but FanDuel didn't have it yet. So, and then Giannis, I have a feeling he plays tonight. I think.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
Yeah. So I looked at him. Since he missed the last game, he's on 3 days rest. He's got some pretty compelling stats on 3 days rest. His last 3 games on 3 days rest: 42 points, 43 points, 42 points. His line to score 40 tonight's plus 240. I like that. Throw a nug on that. He's also on 3 days rest. He's hit a 3 in 6 of his last 8 games on 3 days rest, and he's had 4 assists in 7 of his in 7 of 8 on 3 days rest. So you put those together. I like his line tonight, just 33.5 points. I think he gets there. 4 assists and 1-3 is plus 250. Yeah. I left the rebounds out because his rebound line's high, and I just...
Yeah, it was like 12.5 or something.
Yeah,
right?
So 34, 4, and 1 plus 250.
Yeah, my only concern with him is just, I don't know what... He definitely has some sort of injury going on.
Yeah.
Because he's in and out of the lineup quite a bit of late. But, yeah. He could certainly put up 33 points against the Wizards pretty easily.
No one really do... well, most teams don't have someone that could guard him, but
nobody
Washington has nobody can guard him.
Only Giannis can stop himself.
This is correct.
And Father Time. All right. Good here?
Yep.
Let's move on. We got the Celtics at the Thunder. Again, these two teams have played each other once earlier this season. The Celtics won that game 126-122. SGA had 37 points. Tatum had 27 and 10. The 10 is very worth calling out. I'm sure you'll be on that. And then Brown had 26. Before I go into the line, this tandem, I think, is the best tandem in the league.
Hands down.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, the two of them are just like when you think about the parity between the number 1 player in the team and the number 2 player on the team, these guys are the closest it gets.
Yeah.
I think
both... if healthy, LeBron and AD, I think are there.
Yeah, maybe, but the
age and the injury. I mean, these guys they're both they're both so
both
young,
getting better.
And yes, exactly.
And I think if Tatum wasn't on this team, Brown would put up like 30 points a game.
Yeah.
Right.
Brown. Yeah. And I think that's part of the reason for their success this year is I think Brown has ceded some of that to Tatum, realizing that he's really he is a superstar. And that could be why. I mean, I remember hearing talk last year. I mean, they got off to a terrible start last year. I remember hearing talk like these guys can't coexist. They can't, someone's got to be dealt. I remember hearing Jaylen Brown trade talk. So, yeah, they figured it out.
Even this summer they were talking about trading him for KD, which I think is a terrible trade. He's got a longer runway.
Yes.
All right,
I'd like to call out that our buddy Corey will be at this game tonight, so we have to put together a nice bet for him. Yeah,
I got something nice, especially on the OKC side, and
Me too.
It's probably different though.
Yeah,
mine's a little sneaky.
Okay,
and confusing.
All right,
I'll explain in a second.
Now I'm excited.
All right, so anyway, Celtics are 26 and 11. Also kind of mediocre of late, 5 and 5. Robert Williams is questionable for the game. Thunder are 15-21. They're also 4 and 6 in their last 10. Your boy Robinson Earl is out this game. Thunder are getting 9 points in the game. The Sharps are on the Celtics -9 and under 233.5.
All right. Yep.
All right.
Matchups.
What do you like?
So matchup wise, we'll do these full season last month comparisons. On the season, Boston was number 6 against forwards. They're down to number 4 against forwards, or up, however you want to, up to number 4 against forwards over the last month. So that's someplace that I ended up looking at today. Point guards, nothing special. They were number 11 on the full season, number 16 in the last month. And then big men, this one is of note, though. On the full season, they're at number 5, big man target. It's down to number 14 over the last month. Probably has to do with Robert Williams coming back, and I don't know what else. But, just definitely, I know, because it is something that Bigs against Boston was something we were kind of riding for a little bit. So just something to note. It's not as strong as it had been. And then OKC, on the season, they are the number one team to target wings against, down to number 4 over the last month. And then they are the number 5 team on. Did I just say wings or big men? There. Wings, yeah, okay. And then they're number 5 against big men, down to number 20 against big men. So both of these teams have taken big falls with the big men here. So Just something to keep in mind. But my favorite, I think this is my favorite play of the night.
Okay.
Right here.
Who do you got?
Josh Giddey.
No, that's not who I had.
No? Okay. Even better. Even better. Then we get some more guys to talk about. All right. So let me just go over this Giddey play. This is the Corey special here. Giddey versus Boston. Last 2 times they played, he was 16-7-4 with 1-3, and the previous time 15-8-3 with 4 threes. He also has very nice stats on 2 days rest this season. On 2 days rest, he's been 17-13-6, 21-12-7, 18-9-7, and 19-12-6. It's just like he's cleared his point, rebound, and assist in each individually in all 4 of those games on 2 days rest.
Wow.
Pretty crazy, yeah. So if you want to take his straight lines, which are 15.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 4.5 assists, it's plus 375. Yeah. If that's a little much for you, if a little hesitant there, you can bring it down to 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, and you're still getting plus 154.
That's nice.
And a great matchup for him. The other one, the one I really like, just of the 3 points, rebounds, and assists, I actually love his assist line. 4.5 assists. He's done it in 9 of his last 10 games at home. It's minus 142, but I think that is a sure bet.
I like that.
All right. Now I can't. Don't keep me waiting anymore. I need to hear yours.
All right, so I got Jalen Williams, and you might say, which Jalen Williams?
I know.
Oklahoma
You
City.
spell it with an I or an E?
In typical OKC fashion, has drafted and plays 2 Jalen Williams, which makes it incredibly difficult. But I got the Jalen Williams over 11.5 points, minus 115. He's done this in 8 of 10 games, and he's done this against Boston. Last matchup against Boston, at 14 points. He seems to be pretty hot of late.
Yep.
Can hit the 3, can get some rebounds and putbacks. And with Robinson Earl out, that creates a little bit more playing time. So I think he's a safe bet tonight. I would go with Jalen Williams for 11.5 points.
I was definitely on. I didn't pick anything, but I went to go do a little looking as you were talking about it, and he was actually on my screen. I was digging into him, and he was like the player profile page that popped up. So I was also sniffing that one out as well. So I like it. I'm a little concerned about, though he did do well in the previous game against Boston, right?
He did.
He did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think a lot of the output of this game is going to depend on whether or not Robert Williams plays. I'm sure he will, but
Boston can do a lot. They can do a lot more defensively with him in there.
Where did this Jalen Williams go to college? The other one, trying to remember. Santa Clara. No, I don't know anything about him. Okay, but he seems pretty good, and not a lot of talk about him yet, but he's starting to heat up.
Yeah, he was the number 12 overall pick. He was yeah. So just outside the lottery, I guess. But
OKC has a lot of those top 15.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, and then I got one on the Boston side. You got anything?
Yeah, on the Boston, I got one. But
okay, I think we're different though. I like the wing matchup against OKC. Jaylen Brown is the wing. I put together for him. I actually like 2. I like a parlay here of 25 points. He's done in 5 straight games and 7 of 10 on the road. 6 rebounds. He's done in 12 of 16 road games this season, and 2 assists, which he's done in 9 straight road games. It's plus 141. And then I also like his straight point line, 27.5 points, minus 104. I like both of those for Brown tonight.
All right. That's good. Yeah. I was thinking about Brown, putting like Brown 25 points and Tatum 25 points together.
That was like that Kyrie Durant
that.
from last
Yeah,
night.
that was your Kyrie Durant from last night.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Tatum, 25 points, and I have him for 8 rebounds as well, which is kind of high. His line is 8.5. I prefer 25 and 7.
Just wasn't there.
But 25 and 8 is minus 109. So I think if you bring it down to 7, you're going to be looking at like minus 130 or so. But safe bet would be 25 and 7. A little riskier, 25 and 8.
So SGA had 37 points in the previous game, and neither of us were on him.
I know. I really wanted to, but he's been cooling off a little of late.
A little bit, he has. Yeah.
I did look at
Go ahead.
No. I think you might say the same thing, but I did look at. He's coming off of like a 14 or 15 point game, and he's only done that a couple times this season where he scored less than 20. In the subsequent game, he scored over 30 in all of them. So he will likely come out firing today. So
yeah,
we'll
I
see.
think he seems to have better stats, better output at home too, which is something.
This game concerns me a little, kind of like the Nets game last night. It's a 9-point spread, and the Sharps are on the Celtics, so this does have the potential to be a blowout game as well. So,
yeah, I'm curious. OKC is not giving up a lot of big games, right? But I don't think that's a product of their defense, right? Do you think it's probably more so that like they're just out of a lot of games and guys aren't, like why do they not have more popping off like at the top of the output, the impact game output? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean, what my observation from them is that they tend to fall behind big in games and then they come back like late in the game. So
I don't know,
but we'll see.
Yeah. No. So all right.
All right.
Yep.
And then we got our third game. We got the 9 p.m. game, Kings at the Jazz. Kings are 19 and 16. Last 10 games, they're 5-5. So they're like a kind of a theme. A lot of these teams are kind of middle of the pack right now. Herter and who is that? Monk are questionable for the game, which is a shame. Because Herter had a big one when they played a couple nights ago. And on the Jazz side, they are 19 and 20, so they've officially fallen into below 500 territory. 4 and 6 on their last 10 games. Sexton is out for this game. So
much for that hot start.
Yeah, exactly. Jazz are minus 3.5 in the game. Sharps are on the Kings, and the total is 242.5. So lots of scoring in this one. Just to note, the previous matchup, Kings won 126-125. We had Markkanen with 36 points, Clarkson with 25. Sabonis with a near triple-double, 28, 11, and 8. And Huerter with 30 points and 6 threes.
I like how you said that.
That game was only a couple days ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was on the 30th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how you said Huerter, by the way.
I stole that from you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the credit.
Not Herter.
All right, matchup-wise, point guards. Sacramento's number 6 on the season, down to number 4 over the last month. So that was where I was looking in this game. They're also a pretty good team to target forwards and wings against, though they've started to slide on the wing. They were number 4 on the full season, down to number 9 over the last month. And then Utah, pretty consistent there. The number 4 team for against big men on the season, also number 4 in the last month, and number 3 team against combo guards, and also number 3 in the last month. So I was looking at those two as well. So the point guard going up against Sacramento is who I was looking at. That's Mike Conley. Could also probably Jordan Clarkson probably also would classify as that. So somebody else you might want to look at. But I landed on Conley here. His last 4 games against Sacramento, point output 17, 17, 30, and 17. And he seems to shoot the 3 ball really well against Sacramento. His last 4 games, 4, 3, 6, and 3. Yeah. So
he's not really known for
no, he's not.
Point shooting either,
he's
right?
not. But it just why exactly. So why is something's going on with Sacramento here? So something I want to take advantage of. I put together a nice little parlay for him, nice and small, 10 points. He's done it in 19 of 23 games. This goes back to last season, but I wanted to look at especially old guys like Mike Conley. I like when they have a little bit more rest, and or I like to see what their output is when they have more rest. 10 points. He's done in 19 of 23 on 2 days rest, 4 assists, 21 of 23 on 2 days, and 2 threes, 17 of 23 on 2 days rest. That's plus 108. 10 points, 4 assists, 2 threes. And his straight 11.5 points line, I also like for this game.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. That's all I have on the Utah side. And I got one sack.
Yeah, I had Markkanen.
Okay.
25.5 points. It's a big line, but I think we got to just appreciate that this guy is like now a star. He really is. He like went from being like the third or fourth best player on the Bulls to like a legitimate star in the league. So he's hit that in only 6 of his last 10 games, but in his last 5 games, he's averaging 29.4. So crushing that line. And like I said, against the Jazz just a few nights ago, he put up 36 points. So, sometimes you got to just not overthink it and just go with the hot hand. So,
that's a good point.
Marking in over 25.5 points.
Nice. I like that. It's good forwards against Sacramento. It's a good matchup, so I like that. And then on the Sacramento side, I love Sabonis tonight. His last 2 games against Utah, I'll read you his lines. 28, 11, and 8, which you just mentioned. That was the previous game. And then the previous one before that, 42, 6, and 3 with 3 threes.
That was last year?
That was last year, yeah.
Okay.
And I know Utah's lineup was very different last year.
But
I just it's a lot of points.
The air in Utah must be different.
Yeah. But he was on Sacramento at that point. So his I put a nice little parlay together for him. 20 points, which he's done in 8 of 10. 10 rebounds, which he's done in 10 straight games. And 6 assists, which he's done in 6 of 10 and 7 of 10 on the road. That's plus 136. So that's 20, 10, and 6. I like the points and rebounds. It's not out yet on FanDuel, but I'm going to look later to see what odds you get on like 18 points and 11 or 12 rebounds and leave the assists out. I'd like to see what that is. Probably close to plus 100, I'd imagine. So that's my Sabonis play.
Yeah, to me, it looks like the rebounds is probably the riskiest part of that parlay.
The 10 rebounds?
But only because he had the least clearance on that in the previous matchup. But like you said, he's done it in 10 of 10. So when you look at what he's been doing, he's definitely been rebounding much more in the last in the last half of the season so far. The assists shocked me that you said that was only 6 of 10 because that's been like
that's a go-to,
almost a guarantee that he gets 6.5, 7 assists in a game. But I like that. I think he's going to have another big game.
I think one of those is, we're just looking at the last 10 games, right? So he did get hurt in one of those games and I think left the game early. So one of those,
maybe.
I'm pretty sure a couple games ago he left early. And I don't know. But I like Sabonis. You got anything for Sacramento?
Just Huerter. If he plays.
Yeah.
This, what I was looking at is like his threes. He's pretty much a guarantee almost to hit 2 threes every game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of looking, can I use that as a base to parlay with something else? Sabonis 20 points, Huerter 2 threes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling he's not going to play because I don't see any stats out on him, and he was listed as questionable. So something must have happened with him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you get injured, like with his game, like running between the 2 3-point lines. Like, where do you get injured?
There's non-contact injuries all the time.
Fair enough. But,
I would just point out he's a wing. Utah's number 4 on the season against wings. They're down to number 9 in the last month, so they've regressed there a little bit, but not a huge difference. But
yeah,
so that's I think all she wrote.
Yeah, definitely. So we're going to try posting up we'll kind of reconvene after this and get our top 3 picks of all these that we just gave out. Mm-hmm. Post them up on Twitter as well.
There we go.
Start creating some accountability up there. So, all right.
All right. Sounds good, Dave.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Bye.